All right. Get this shit started early. Should we take care of this? Wait for my man Ed to come through. How everybody doing? How's everybody doing? Wait for my brother Ed to get on in here. Wait for all y'all get in here. Getting rejuvenated from earlier, so we can have a good discussion. Had some good rest earlier. There we go. Shed some light on the situation. How y'all feeling? Shit, I don't know who called what. I was asleep, bro. I don't know who called what, son. I was asleep. Adam Cool, baby. What's happening? Lahoma, what's happening, man? Okay, I see it now. I see it now. I just see. I just seen it. See, you come through if you gonna come through. I just seen it on the phone. Where the hell is Ed? Where the hell is my man Ed stop? Yeah, well, call me and talk about that later. We'll see what we can do. I'm trying to figure out where Ed is. Give me 1 second, I'll be right back. Okay. Okay, so I sent it to him. I, I sent it to him. Jesus Days, what's up? Man, Shomari, what's good? What's good? What's good to all the family? How y'all doing, man? How y'all doing on this lovely Wednesday night? 225 girl. What's up, beautiful? What's up, beautiful? How you doing? All my beautiful people in here. Trying to figure out what the fuck Ed is doing. Called him on the phone. Okay, they go Ed. About to say, what the hell is Ed doing, man?
Yo,
Okay,
yeah,
there
my
you
bad.
go. Anyway, man, yeah, what's going on, bro? What's going on?
Shit, I made a. Did you get started already?
Shoot, yeah, we wait for your ass. What's going on?
Yeah. I made a post about this, or not a post, a little video about this on my YouTube earlier, man. So I'm already in the mood to talk about this.
Bet. Okay, so basically, for those who don't know, man, well, first before we get into it, how you been, bro? We ain't been able to chop it up on here. How you been, man? How everything, man?
Good, man. Just busy, real busy. Just getting ready for summer. I'm trying to do shows and stuff, live shows. So I'm setting up. I'm working real hard on setting that up. So what's been up with you? I seen the post your shorty with the birthday. Big
Yeah, man.
10 years
Eh, eh,
old yesterday. Yeah.
yeah, man.
Yeah.
And look, I'm closer to him being an adult. I'm definitely celebrating his extra year. But this month, I had to brace myself for this month because April is a big month for my family, bro. It's his birthday the 5th. My dad's is the 13th. My sister, I got a sister-in-law that's the 9th. I got my daughter is the 18th. My aunt's the 19th. Uncle the 20th. A homie the 22nd. A homie the 24th. Me and my niece the 23rd of April.
Damn, bro.
So
Damn.
yeah, right.
I
So
got one
April,
more for you. My baby is the 14th of
oh,
April. So yeah.
baby girl, we gonna throw her in too. She see. So April, I'm always partying, bro. So partying or preparing for people. So I've been trying to get braced for this April, but other than that, man, I've been good. I've been good.
Good. Glad to
So
hear
look,
that.
so family, for those who don't know, Ed hit me up. He was excited and he was a little bit nervous because they was talking about, of course, California, the California task force, and a lot of y'all know that Tariq Nasheed had a lot to do with this decision. Made the announcement that reparations should be lineage based, meaning you need to have proof. From what they're saying go back to the 1900s. Now, California was a free state, but California indeed did have slavery and people that were enslaved, in fact, in California. So they're going back to the 1900 census. And if you can trace an ancestor back there, they're saying that that's qualifications. And of course, you have to, in certain cases, be classified as black here also. So, and I think this is a good thing because if people who haven't been paying attention to seeing, it's been a lot of tension between other brothers and sisters in the diaspora and foundational black Americans when we bring up this point because our lineage is distinct. Everybody did.
Damn. We can't hear you, bro. Damn, man. It's like every time a nigga about to say something informational, something real, they get him.
Right.
Every time. I don't think
Can you
I've. I
hear
don't
me?
think I've been. Yeah, I can hear you now. I ain't been. I can hear you now. I have not been on one of these with you yet, and this hasn't happened to you. To be real.
Exactly. Exactly. I tell people, man, that I know I'm making a difference because you can't be. making this concerted effort to be fucking with a guy if I'm not. So I get frustrated, but then again, I take it as a badge of honor. Shit, man, look at all the shit they did to try to destroy Malcolm X and the Panthers. So I know we on the right path, bro. So we gonna get through it. But what I was saying was that I believe that this is a good thing to have it lineage based because, again, like I said, our traumatization is very distinct and it's unique from other people, meaning that not everybody was a slave descended from slavery here. And we see through, even though, a lot of times we have people from the diaspora that like to throw out stats. Oh, we're doing better than you guys when we come over here. Well, I'll give them that, because what they're not paying attention to is because they weren't enslaved here. Part of their identity isn't linked to the oppression here.
That's real.
So I think this is a good thing. Now for full disclosure, y'all. So Ed called me nervous though. It's like, man, how this gonna affect? I gotta still speak up for my light-skinned people. And I was messing with him at first. I said, well, look, that's you. Everybody know where mine go. So that's on you. We're gonna have to sit your application to the side and we deal with that later. And I was laughing for fucking with him. But but Ed didn't know that all he has to do is trace his dad's side and bam, Ed is a foundational Black American. Because look, I've always been of the mindset that Ed, you shouldn't be punished because of your father's choice or your other parent's choice. You are not responsible for what your parents did to make you. That has nothing to do with you. You had no control over that. However, I'm going to say this, and I know it may sound controversial to some people. In my opinion, people who swirled or got with the dominant society, their kids are entitled to the reparations, not you. That's how I feel about it, because I feel like this. You got a comfortable spot in white supremacy. You tried to make a comfortable spot in white supremacy. You tried to make a comfortable spot in white supremacy. Now, I understand every white person ain't a white supremacist, this, that, and the third. But when you created that line of confusion to the point where your kid doesn't understand or doesn't know where they fit in, I look at you as the root of that problem. You inserted that confusion. So because of that, I think that should be your penalty. That's my thinking. Of course, more than likely, that's not gonna happen. But in my humble opinion, I would rather see the kids get it than the parents. That's just my opinion.
So let me make sure I understand what you're saying. You're saying if you was crafting the specifics of this bill, the reparations, you would say, for example, if you are Black, but let me specify, because we already established that it's going to be FBA only. So if you're FBA, right, and you had kids with someone who's not FBA, you're saying that individual should be disqualified.
No, I'm saying if you made it with somebody from the dominant society, if you got with another slave from the diaspora, I mean, I'm not making no distinction in that. That doesn't lighten your chance of moving around in society. Nobody can look at that as you trying to go along basically to get along. I'm specifically speaking of motherfuckers who parents have married or made it into the white society. If you have made it into there, me personally,
okay, so if they've married though, not just if they procreated with some.
He shouldn't get no money neither. He should not get money neither. I feel like you put your kid through a certain amount of trauma, and you were attempting to break our lineage line. It
No,
had nothing to do with the
I
kid.
ain't even disagreed with you yet. I'm just making
Oh
sure I'm
no, I
following
ain't saying
clearly.
you was. No, I'm
I'm
trying
just
to give
making
you
sure.
clarity.
Yeah, I'm just making sure I'm
I'm trying
following
to give
your
you
line of thought.
clarity. Yeah, I'm trying to give you clarity. Like I said, you for instance, you get it. Your dad don't. No, why not, man? You put your son through a certain amount of trauma by setting him up with a white family. I just look at it like that. You put your son through a certain amount of trauma by setting him up with a white family. And your attempts to lighten your oppression, you made it harder on your kid.
Yeah, I mean, I think I haven't heard that one before, so I would have to think about that. But in general, I agree. I think there might, there would always have to be some exceptions or whatever because, like, there would have to be some exceptions. But in general, I agree with that. In general, yeah.
I figured you would. Because look, if we being honest, family, Clarence Thomas ain't supposed to get no motherfucking reparations, dog.
Well, because so and this is similar to what I had said on my page earlier, and I have to be careful with this because I know a lot of people based on the comments didn't really understand what I was saying or they took it a different type of way. But I was basically saying that from what I understand of what's actually going on, and they're crediting Tariq for this, so props to him. It is officially now, at least in California, FBA only. So we're already that far. We don't have to debate that no more, right? That's set in stone as far as that particular state goes, right? So that's cool. But then it's like the money it's a debt, right? It's white supremacy. It's this country paying a debt that they owe to us for this country's original sin, slavery, right? So if you're FBA and you're not on code and you're an adult, we're not talking about kids, but if you're an adult and you're not on code and you're team white supremacy, so if you're a coon, if you are an FBA coon, which there are millions of them, the money shouldn't go to you because giving a coon reparations doesn't serve the black agenda. It doesn't serve, healing that wound of the original sin, because those types of people have already, shown the world that they're team white supremacy. So why would you give them money? They're going to bring that money back into white hands. They're going to put it in circulation with white folk, just like how you're saying, that, if you married a cave person or whatever, or had some kids with them, maybe you should be disqualified too. And so that's why I'm open to what you're saying, because it's the same. It's really the same thing. It's the money is supposed to go to FBA that's on code. And on code, I believe that matters. That's not something that I thought does, but that matters big time, because you can't give it to people whose hearts aren't in this, because they're just gonna spend that to do coon shit. And we all that's destructive. That's literally counterproductive. Like if you're giving money to FBA that's going to use that money inappropriately, then you see what I'm saying? That's that shouldn't be.
No.
It's got to be FBA only and FBA that's on code, which is why the part which I did like the part. So I went and I watched when Tariq spoke on that panel. They only gave him 3 minutes, unless there's something I missed. That's what I saw.
Nah, that's all they gave.
And he said the thing about 10 years. For the past 10 years, you have to, like, on official documents, like, when you choose your race for jobs and taxes and government forms and shit in school, you have to have black on there, because obviously if you're not self-identifying as one of us, even though you're genetically one of us, because you can be genetically FBA and call yourself whatever the fuck you want. You see what I'm saying? They got girls call themselves boys and vice versa, and it's crazy times. So if you ain't been, rocking with us for the last 10 years, you don't qualify. And I think that's very important, because that was his way of trying to, in a empirical, way, tell them, yo, you got to be on code too. It can't just be FBA. It's got to be FBA that's on code. And so, like the thing that you just said, that's taking a step further, and I'm all for that.
Exactly. Hey, because look, let's be honest. It does not suit us if Larry Elder gets a whole bunch of reparation money. How does it help us with a bunch of motherfucker Burgess Owens getting reparations money? It do not help us 100 Tim Scotts getting reparations money. I am so much look that because see I wasn't sure how far people would be willing to go with me on this, but since we going there, cool. Cause
I'll go there with you. I know a lot of people probably won't, but I go there with you.
This what I know, cause this what I'm saying right here, bro. If you got a public history of doing adverse things to the black community,
yes,
you have automatically look when we got a video record of shit. If we can show you a video record, Jesse Lee Peterson, of your cooning, you don't get nothing.
Nah,
you get real. Nothing.
That's real. That's real shit.
Now the thing that I've been looking at about what I love about this thing is, like I said, yes, we all agree that it should be lineage based. We all on accord that it should be even people that's probably going to be qualified that should be thrown off the list. We may haven't got that together. What I do like though is how firm people stood on it being lineage based and how we got that overturned without any white support, any, oh, we need support from these people. And that we wasn't worried about hurting feelings because see, what I agree with Tariq on 1,000,000% about this is this. This is business, man. This a business negotiation what we doing right here. It don't matter who else feels some type of way about your business negotiation. When I give y'all a prime example, when LeBron sit down with them white folks and he work out that contract, do you know how many crackers is sitting outside going, that nigger's gonna make all that money, we can't stand that woke nigger. You know how they act.
Yeah.
But LeBron don't give a fuck about that. LeBron sit his ass down, ink that deal, get that money, and ain't worried about who feel what about it. That's how we gotta be about shit. I believe that we are too concerned with hurting people's feelings. Just like, have you heard people say this shit before, Ed? That's FBA. I don't even want that money. I mean, I wouldn't take it because it linked to slavery. Okay, well, you can give me yours.
Nah, I can't. Honestly, no. I never heard no one say that. No.
Oh, see, you got to listen to some of the, I'm going to send you some of them. Because while I'm at work, I'll listen to D Tubman, Tariq's, and she'll record a lot of Tariq on those Twitter spaces. And there's been a contingency of FBA people saying if it was them, they wouldn't take the money.
So I don't know a lot about this group, but could that be
the N-Cobra people?
No, the Yvette Carnell or whatever, and the other dude.
No, you know what? I have heard her say that before. That amount of money.
Well, the whole reason, okay, so remember when I called you the other day, and because I had just found out about this in California, and I was like, my first thought was about them because I remember reading on their website a few years ago, they had a fucked up definition of what it was. You know what I'm saying? To like what they was pushing when in the verbiage that they used on their website for how they were trying to attain reparations at the time, the verbiage for it was real fucked up as far as like, for instance, I don't think I qualified, which makes absolutely no sense to me. You see what I'm saying? I think I had a motherfucker think I was Puerto Rican once in my life. And other than that, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's no passes. Like, it's obvious. Like, so that could be them because they probably just mad that they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, but you gotta understand, like they said, like Mike saying, slack jaw and mush mouth don't got no real grassroots gravitational pull. When you think about the people who follow them now, they are basically just rejects and derelicts of society. The A lot of these things, what I like about our audience, you know what I'm saying, and to a lot of us, this Tariq, Professor Black Truth listeners and stuff like that, we're not the type to just sit around talking all of the damn time without trying to go put some work in behind the scene.
Mm.
So a
Right.
lot of these ADOS people, they do a lot of talking, but they not really putting no work in behind the scenes. So what they say, I take with a grain of salt. I never really, I'm gonna tell you the truth. I was one of the first people trying to figure out why Dr. Boyce was even putting Yvette Carnell on his show. Because a lot of these people,
I thought they wasn't cool with each other. This was a
no,
while
they
ago.
no, that's who brought her out. That's why I don't fuck. See, I love you. I heard your song and I said, brother must haven't followed what happened. When you said you fuck with Dr. Boyce, I don't fuck with Dr. Boyce only because Dr. Boyce has brought us some very toxic people.
Mm.
And Boyce has been messy sometimes. He's brought out, he is the one that introduced us to Yvette Carnell. He gave Yvette Carnell a yeah. No, his platform when he first started, he
Yeah.
would give a day to Yvette Carnell.
Yeah, see, I didn't know that, but you gotta keep in mind, and for everyone who's watching this, it's like I make music. I'm from Minnesota, so like when you know what I'm saying, first heard my shit and we started talking, whatever, like I'm not really used to speaking with people in real life, you know what I'm saying, to think like I think. You see what I'm saying? So a lot of that shit, like the Dr. Boyce Watkins and Tariq Nasheeds and shit like that, I'm not as familiar with them as probably like you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like you're the one that introduced me to Professor Black Truth. Yeah, nigga, I don't miss an episode now. Nigga, that nigga, know. You do his that nigga, that's insane. That's like nigga, that's a black superhero. That's like literally Superman. Like the way
I'm about to say, hey y'all,
crazy. You see what I'm saying?
I'm about to say, y'all, look, y'all. I sent Ed a video, y'all. Ed was like a motherfucking sponge after that. Ed sat up, watched damn near every video he could, and started sending me shit like I wasn't watching.
Yeah, because you gotta like on some real shit. And I know this is real because a lot of times I get the craziest comments on my videos. Like when I be talking about shit, it's literally just how I feel. I've done no research. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what the other, like the Dr. Boyce Watkins, the Tariq Nasheeds, I don't know what they've said about it. I usually find out about that shit after. You see what I'm saying? I'm like new to being in tune with all the people that's saying this shit because I just didn't know it was out there. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. I didn't know. Like I didn't know about it. So like I hear Dr. Boyce and the shit that I do hear from him, I'm like, yeah, but I don't know like the history and all that type of stuff. I don't know. You know, for instance, I know a lot of people don't fuck with Dr. Umar, which is crazy to me because I've never heard him say something I don't agree with. But you know what I'm saying? I don't know like his old shit. You know what I'm saying?
Well, now let me tell you something about Umar. Umar is different. Umar is different because what you said was spot on. You will rarely hear him say anything you disagree with. Umar is actually an intelligent man who is on point with a lot of his thinking. The problem with Umar is that he got this rep as a charlatan. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what niggas was telling me in Atlanta. Yeah, I was arguing with niggas.
That's what I'm saying. See, you can't have a rep with our people. You already know, Ed. Come on, Ed. We street dudes. As hustlers, hustler to hustler. We can deal with pimps. We can deal with killers. We can deal with hoes. But you know damn well one thing we cannot deal with: frauds, con men, and thieves.
Oh, I can't stand a thief though.
See,
Being a thief. No,
Yeah,
that's the worst. That's the worst. I
you know what
can't
I mean?
stand
Yeah,
thieves.
we can sit around murderers. We can sit around niggas we know. They'll probably drop bodies and be, all right, I'm cool. But if I know this nigga's a thief, I'm hiding my wallet. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not trusting him very far. And that's the
Right.
problem. That's the problem with Umar. When you get that
Mhm.
brand and it's been proven, like it's paperwork on you, it's a paper of you being this fraud at like the school, you doing all of this shit just trying to get you done
That's what.
lied so much,
Yeah.
right?
That's
You
what.
done lied so much that you back into a corner now.
Yeah.
So
That's what they were saying about the school, and I was like, I don't know. I can't speak on it. I have no idea. I just know that when I watch him speak, I hear no lies. So maybe
yeah,
the nigga do be even. I don't know.
yeah. Now see, that's the thing. That's what look. That's why the reason you don't hear because it's a certain contingency of us, like myself, who I even went to see Umar speak when he came here. So I fucks with Umar for real.
That would have been dope. Yeah.
When he speaks.
Mm-hmm.
But to be honest, like going there, man, that shit was really like a carnival for him to sell his stuff and stuff like that. And that's okay. Make your living.
Okay, I see what you're saying. So, okay.
So yeah. So
You
you
think he's
know,
caught up in the celebrity of it and the look at me, give me your money, how much I'll eat, like all that shit, rather than just I'm here to carry the message.
there
He's not
you go.
what you saying.
There
He
you
ain't
go.
got that Malcolm about him. He speak like Malcolm, but he ain't got that humbleness, is what you saying.
Exactly. Where motherfucker, I could care if I wear the same suit every day. It's about making sure you get this message.
And that's real. But the only thing I'll say though is, like let's say we had our own country. Let's say we seeded from this and we got Blackistan. You see what I'm saying? We all moved around Atlanta or something like that, and we just kicked all the white people out. And that's that, right? I still rather have someone who believes, you know what I'm saying, what a Dr. Umar believes, for example, and a spot and tells the people that most eloquently. And is he perfect? No. But
Nah,
if you look around, what we have to work with right now, as far as our actual government leadership that hates us, as far as the celebrities that we do have, the Oprahs, the Jay-Z's, all the people that have the most money and influence, because Dr. Umar's a celebrity when it comes to Black power, but I wouldn't
right.
really consider any of ours, go down the line, Tariq Nasheed, I wouldn't necessarily consider them celebrities in general. You see what I'm saying? Maybe
Right.
they're just under that celeb level. So it's like, I would rather our celebrities and our leaders sound like that. You know what I'm saying? Instead of sounding like Obama. You feel me?
Yeah, no, look, that's what I'm about to tell you. Cause look, people saying stuff in the chat room. I want y'all to hear this. Yeah, Umar says, yeah.
Who don't?
And that's what I'm about to say. See, to Ed's point,
I feel it. Though.
Reparations would make Umar a better person. You did thing like reparations to make Umar a better person because now that he has the revenue to do what he wants to do, he's least likely to be a charlatan. And now all the shit that he talking, he can put some of his money toward to do. And you know that he has the money to put towards the do. So I feel like a guy like Umar is still needed. We just know how far we can go with him,
Oh, absolutely. Maybe it's he don't get to be the president of Wakanda, but he get to be, I don't know.
He get to be a spokesperson.
He
get to be an ambassador.
What the fuck ever.
He just don't get to be the treasurer.
Right, right.
He don't get to be the treasurer.
Right.
No.
Right. That makes sense to me. Shit. I can dig it. Shit.
See, look, up y'all just say if Umar had his money right, he would probably do better. I think he would do better, especially by our people. Cause he like to Ed's point, when Umar get to spitting, even now, and we know about the school, but when we see him up against them coons and them white supremacists,
right,
you happy to see him out there representing against them, motherfucker.
right, exactly. Yep.
I've literally sat and watched the joint. I watched the joint on Fox. So it was Jesse Lee Peterson, the dude from one of them dudes be on Roland Mark, one of them doctors, and fucking Dr. Umar. And Umar was frying Jesse Lee. I said, thank you. Thank you for
because Umar, that's not even a fair fight. Yeah. I don't know. And I mean, like, I don't want to get off topic like that, but it's like that's my main concern when it comes to our people, right? I care most about your feelings on, Black liberation and Black power and Black empowerment and what it means to love yourself and what it means to do better for oneself and your own people, right? I care more about that than if you out here cheating on your wife or doing drugs or still, you know what I'm saying? Because like, that's a whole different type of morality, in my opinion. It's very human, you know what I'm saying, to do the bullshit, but like to actually have love of the skin that you're in, have love of your Black soul, and to act on that love. That's really the problem. The problem is not that there's too many charlatans. You feel me? There's always going to be charlatans. Like, the problem is the love and the knowledge and the willingness to act on it. That's the problem.
And I totally agree. Look, think about it. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm about to say, think about it. I'm from the place that elected Marion Barry. We re-elected Marion Barry. We re-elected. People forever say, why y'all re-elect the crackhead? And people go, we don't care that man was smoking crack. Black people had jobs. We was making money. He made sure that all of those government contracts went to regular Black people. Marion Barry made a lot of Black people rich and made a booming middle-class Black area, PG County, that's thriving till this day. Right. And that man is dead in the ground. So we can overlook your human flaws. Like you said, I can overlook. I don't give a fuck what you smoke or what you snorted or who you fuck, as long as you was fighting for your people.
And that's real. Because a Dr. Umar on his worst day, same. I mean, as far as I know, same with the Dr. Boyce Watkins on his worst day, in, a position of power with lots of money, they're going to do better for us than a Roland Martin, than a Terry Crews, than any white person. You feel me? So, yeah.
Right. Yeah, they will never be, no matter what they do, through all of their little bullshit, never be damaging to us as the white supremacists had. Because the thing about us, look, Umar doesn't bother me because I didn't give him no money for school.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? I didn't give him no money for the school. So I'm okay. It don't bother me. The money I gave him, he could have used towards the school, because I did pay to go see that speech or whatever, bought a couple of t-shirts, but he actually gave me something in return. I was there to see him speak, hear him spit some good knowledge, and he did that.
Right.
So the way I look at it, it was a fair exchange. Now, the people who just gave him money, hoping that a school would come up, well, now, and this is the thing I want to talk about right here. I want to talk about Tariq Nasheed Museum, because I see problems get ready to come, and this get ready to come down the line. So I want to tell everybody again that white supremacy runs this country and every aspect of it. Mm-hmm. And no matter how much money you make, you can get yourself a certain amount of freedom, but still you are subject to their rules and laws.
Mm-hmm.
The museum still haven't been built. He haven't even found any land. That's because of white supremacy, folks. It's because of white supremacy. I know a lot of my uh I know a lot of my family that listen to me and you, they understand. But for people who catch this that don't, understand that white people own 99.8% of the land in this country.
Mm-hmm.
And in order to get anything from them, you got to get any of it from them, you got to pay and work with them. They don't have to sell it to you, though. What we've learned about some white people, before they give land to black people or sell some black people, they'll go broke and lose it all.
Mm-hmm.
And wait for a white person to come in and pay half of what the black person was going to pay.
Oh, my mama, shit.
So right now, Tariq is telling us, without trying to hurt people's spirit, that that's what he's going through. He's not trying to say, he said it one of his last Twitter feeds. He said, white people dominate everything. I mean, I'm going through that now. I'm trying to buy the land. They won't sell it to me. They selling it to people with less money. They selling it to people with credit when I got cash in hand. Now, it's not like buying a car. When you got cash in hand, white man gonna take it. But when it come with land, man, I'm telling y'all about this museum. There's gonna be another 2-3 years before he can find the land where he can even start building. This is a waiting game that he done ruffled enough feathers with this reparations talk, with people not voting Democrat and pulling out of the Democratic Party, and him having a real visual impact. It's white supremacy turn to try to get him in check. So I just want us as a family to understand that we haven't been ripped off paying for this museum. Okay, we have not been ripped off paying for this museum. The biggest problem we're gonna have is, where are they gonna sell them the land? So,
I mean, that sounds like, to me, a situation where, how we was just talking about how, there's celebrities in our pro-black community, the grassroots community, but not really like full-blown celebrities, right? So
right.
The LeBron James, the Dame Dashes and Jay-Z's, the Kanye's, those are the people. And it's terrible that, like, if we named all of those people right now, probably like 90% of them are athletes and musicians, and that's terrible, but that's the way it is. Those are the people who could get it done. But, I feel like those people, a lot of them like shout them out. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll hear Royce the 5'9" shout out Dr. Umar, for example, but I don't know if like the heavy hitters actually work with them. Cause I feel like, if Jay-Z and Kanye and Drake, you know what I'm saying? Or maybe Drake don't care because he's from Canada, but you get the picture. Boosie, you know what I'm saying? Boosie call him up and come down to Atlanta. Hey, we gonna, if they got that helping hand, I don't understand why that shit wouldn't work. But I feel like that's probably because they not helping.
And I'm gonna tell you why I feel like they not helping. I'm gonna go to your point, because all of those people you name, to be that celebrity, that level of celebrity that you speak of, bro, you have to have what? White acceptance.
You gotta have white daddy. Yeah.
Right.
You ain't lying though. That's true.
And it's not be one of them that's gonna sign off on you doing that. No, they'll sign off on you doing the African American History Museum. They'll sign off on you doing some parade, Kumbaya parade, where all white people are invited to march with you.
Yeah, some HBCU shit. Yeah.
Right. But there's no way that they gonna sign off. They not gonna. You gonna have some motherfucking body that you pay tell you that you can't spend your money. Think about that shit, E. These motherfuckers
handlers won't have that.
exactly. Exactly. Like Ty say, the handlers will not have that. Think about this shit. Hey, we literally got people who are paying people to tell you what you can't do with your money.
Yeah.
Think about it. Bill Cosby, when he tried to buy NBC, his money man told him, you shouldn't try to do that. Bill told him, man, fuck you. Do what I say.
And
look what happened.
Look what happened. Look what happened. Yeah.
Look what happened. Yeah. The white man came out and said it. He said he tried to buy NBC, and I told him not to try that. And I'm like, who the fuck are you, white man, to tell Bill Cosby, who got rich off all his work? Oh, I know who you are. You the one they designated to be his handler. And he was trying to get Bill, look, Bill, you gonna open up the door to a whole lot of shit. You don't leave this shit alone. Bill like, fuck this side, Bill. You can put the pop up your ass. This is for the people. Next thing you know, bitches coming up. I didn't touch the Becky. I didn't touch that hole. She was asking me for the pills. No. I'm telling you. Look, next thing you know, all them niggas. Look, next thing you know, LeBron. Bitches gonna say LeBron was dunking pills in that motherfucking shit like he was scoring on the basketball court. So that's wild, man. Think about it. LeBron got the I Promise School. All that shit LeBron taught, and he helping black kids. He ain't even allowed to really promote that motherfucker like that. If you really think about it, he not allowed to even promote. They talk about, they always mention it as like a back burner incident, a back burner item. Like, of course, LeBron James, so phenomenal. He does his community work. Of course, he has his school, but so much other things that he's really, I was like, damn, why y'all brush the school off? This man making a future for a lot of poor, underprivileged black kids. Gotta brush that shit off, though, E. That shit ain't supposed to be talked about like that. It's a salary cap. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do.
The one nigga at a time rule. We got that shit here. And we got that shit here. And that's what we gotta be cognizant of.
They finna pass the torch too. You know, they finna take that shit away from Will and give it to somebody else.
Yeah. Will stupid ass look.
Yeah.
You can't fall for no stupid shit like that right there, man. Will let his emotions in one night destroy all that he worked for his whole career. And one thing we know about black people, this supposed to be the land of second chances. We rarely get a second chance, though. Where OJ second chance at, y'all?
A lot of people don't get first chances.
Thank you. OJ never got a second chance, y'all. He was not guilty. Huh?
Can we go back to the reparations thing real quick, though? I had something I wanted to add, though.
Right.
No, it's just it's right in line with what we were saying earlier, as far as, so when, you know what I'm saying, when you put that on that government document, when you identify your race, right? And we've already established this is lineage based, but in order to be FBA, obviously you have to be black. So that's what needs to be on that piece of paper. Now, I said this on my channel and people didn't like it, and they think it's weird that I'm saying it because I have a white mom, right? Because I have both, right? And so I feel that anyone who marks biracial or mixed race on them pieces of paper, they should be excluded as well. Because I'm you for my entire adult life. I can't speak on, you know what I'm saying, what Mom Dukes and what Auntie and them, you know, put me as, you know, in schools and stuff like that. But my entire adult life, you won't find a piece of paper that says Ed is biracial or Ed is mixed race, or you won't see the black box checked and the white box checked. So 2 check marks on the piece of paper. You won't see that. There's black and black only. That's the only one I ever checked. You know what I'm saying? Because that's who I identify with. That's how I see myself. And that's where my mind is at if we're talking about anything fucking actually important, right? So again, why would you give reparations coons? So if you're like me and you have one parent that's black and one parent that's not, and you put in that if you put in biracial or mixed race on that piece of paper,
you're not loyal to the soul.
I don't trust you.
Yeah, you're not loyal to the soul. You're not loyal to the soul. And if you're not loyal to the soul,
something other than FBA. So you can have black and white and say, well, wait, no, Ed, I identify as FBA. Look, but you also identify as white. That's not what this is for.
You identify as a slave master too. That can't work.
If I give you $500, I can't give your black side $500 and your white side nothing. You see what I'm saying? So you shouldn't get a check because you don't qualify, because you have communicated to us over the years, like Tariq said, the last 10 years as like a benchmark, for example, that you psychologically are not one of us, even if you genetically are. So you don't qualify.
Okay, let me grab my notebook and write that one down, Ed.
That's how I feel.
No.
And that even extends, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to like go all the way through it and like, where do you draw the line? But for example, like let's say I had kids with a white lady, which I don't, and I never will, but let's say I did, and that baby come out. If that baby who only has a fourth of our blood, you see what I'm saying? But if they are, that's genetics. They are genetically black. So if they are also psychologically black, you know what I'm saying? I would say they qualify. If on that paperwork, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm assuming we're talking about adults. They mark black and only black every time, even if they're the lightest, brightest damn thing you've ever seen. That doesn't matter. Because that's exactly that doesn't matter.
Because let me tell you something. What you saying, I not only wholeheartedly agree with, I'm gonna go with a little deeper. When you write that down, you are psychologically giving us a in-depth analysis of what type of mindset you have and how you see yourself.
If
you don't see yourself as black, then I'm going to honestly say you never lived the experience, because you walked around with rose-colored glasses on. You chose to walk around with those rose-colored glasses. Then any outcome that happens to people who claim to be what they are, you should have no dealings with, because you only halfway in. Somebody like you that's fully invested in it, you supposed to get a check. Motherfucker, though, saying, hold on, I'm half black too. I said, but the difference is Ed never said he was half black. Ed said he was black. You ran around being half black, and we not cutting half checks.
Right. And I have to put the street perspective in there as well. Whether you've been to prison or not, you know a black man who has, right? And in prison, it goes by what? Race, right? So you go up in there, I don't care what, you can be lighter than me. You see what I'm saying? But they gonna want to know, who do you want to sell with? You see what I'm saying? Who do we put you with? Do we put you with the blacks?
Ain't gonna be no race. You can't be in both.
The whites. You see what I'm saying? But there's no group of biracials. There's no mix. There's no only the Chris Browns in this section. Nah, nigga. You see what I'm saying? You either with us or you're not. It's that simple. Pick one. You don't get to start your own magical race that some lives in gray land. You see what I'm saying? It's one or the other.
Let me up y'all know what Ed was saying was if he got married to a white woman, but his child recognized their blackness and said that no, I'm black,
Right.
they
Yeah.
should get reparations. That's what Ed saying.
Right. I was
Ed
just using
saying
that
that,
as an example.
yeah, he was using that as an example up, y'all. He was using. I know what you said. Nah, Ed already said if you marry a white woman or some shit like that, you shouldn't get a check. Ed already said that shit.
Yeah, because
Ed
you're
said
not.
what I think. Yeah,
Yeah,
your kid deserve a check, not you. Your kid deserve a check. I keep saying the kids got to deal with the motherfucking shit you did. The kids got to deal with that, not you.
Tyrone said, if you could join the Crips, but you can't join the Klan, then you know what you are.
I gotta highlight that right there. Let me highlight that right there.
That's a good
If
one.
you can join the Crips and
Nigga.
can't join the Klan, motherfucker, there you go. You already know right there. There you go. If the Crips say, come on, the Klan say, nigga, you better get out of here. You know exactly what you are. And hey, look, you can't. Hey, matter of fact, we should get some Crips to help do the tether. Nah, nigga. Welcome in. Welcome.
Yeah, Gary Johnson says some biracial people want to be black when it's convenient. Exactly, and that's exactly my point. So, marking on a piece of paper, you know what I'm saying? Just a little X mark identifying yourself is the easiest thing you could possibly do. So let's take that same biracial person and put them in a tough situation. You know what I'm saying? Where they're actually where they're actively choosing to, for example, ignore the anti-black self-hatred and go along with white supremacy, or they're actively choosing to fight for what's right. If they can't make the right choice on marking a piece of paper, then we definitely not going to give them no reparations so that they can make hard choices and have all the money, you know what I'm saying, to make it hurt. It's like that. It's like that.
Looking at what you're saying, let's think about it. Yeah, you can't have no motherfucking body out here. They identify as like Ed say, you can't mark black on a box. Well then, if that's the case, when you at work and you see the white supremacists treating the other black people different, you ain't gonna say
exactly, because that's hard. That's an actual action. That's with physical consequences here in the moment. If you can't mark it on the box, then we can't trust you with reparation money. Shit.
Hey. Ketanji Brown Jackson, you won't be getting a check. Let me say that now. Ketanji Brown Jackson. Just like the black people from Lockheed Martin, whose settlement you blocked, you won't be getting a check. Ain't that a bitch? How she gonna block black people from actually get? If you think about it, Ed, that bitch just blocks some black people's reparation.
Bro, you're gonna have to explain. I'm not aware. I don't know what you're talking about.
The Supreme Court justice bitch, right? The Supreme Court justice bitch, Ketanji Brown Jackson, was gonna settle like, what was it, y'all? Like 50 million or something like that with like 5,000 black employees of Lockheed Martin. It was already proven, they had all the evidence proving that Lockheed Martin was discriminating against these black people. She used a fucking technicality to not give these people any money, even though they won the case.
Oh, she burning in hell. You see what I'm saying? ASAP. She burning in hell for that one.
Sure. Right. So when we got active agents like that, you know what I'm saying? people like that, you don't deserve no check, bitch. You work hand in hand with white supremacy to help keep a stranglehold on the resources and keep them over top of us. So yeah, this is like her, Ketanji Brown Jackson. You don't get a check.
Hold on, is this the lady that has said when she was asked she was asked something like can you define a woman or something, and she said I'm not a biologist, she said I'm not a scientist or some shit. That's the same lady.
And she could
Oh,
not.
they cutting you out, bro. We can't hear you.
Right, that's it. Yes, her. Exactly.
Okay.
Yes, Ed, her.
But that makes sense. That makes sense. I mean, it makes sense that
Let me see.
yeah.
Oh shit. There they go again. They hate I'm great. Get on their bed wench. They mad at me. I'm getting on their but yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, that's her though. She said she couldn't define what a woman was because she's not a biologist. Why do you have to be a biologist? This gay. Let me see here. What that say? Yeah,
Yeah, it's still breaking up, bro. We can't hear you.
I'm still breaking up.
I heard
It's a
that.
bitch. Okay. Okay. Good. 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 Good.
Oh, I think you back. Yeah, I hear you.
All right. How about now, y'all? Can y'all hear me?
Yes,
Can y'all
sir.
hear me now? All right. Good. 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 Yeah, they mad because I'm going in. That's exactly who I'm talking about, Ed. The one who said she cannot define what a woman is. That's exactly who I'm talking about. Why can't you define what a woman is anymore now? Now all of a sudden, women and men don't exist. So now when babies are born, am I supposed to think, Ed, that the doctor supposed to say it's a person?
No, if I knew my doctor would say that, I had a different doctor. Shit. It's either a boy or a girl. Shit. One or the other. That's just we can't hear you, by the way, but that's just white supremacy. White supremacy, that's what white people want. White supremacy says we want to cut our dicks off and be girls now, or vice versa. And so that's what the coons say, I guess. I don't know.
Basically, this shit is crazy. If I ever, whenever I go off into them trying to mix up our sexuality, whenever I talk about how they trying to buck break niggas, whenever I talk about how they trying to buck break niggas and,
They
and,
gonna cut
and
you off.
do us wrong, they want to cut my stream out. They don't want me to talk about how Disney trying to make me and Ed kids gay.
Yeah, I saw that
They
bullshit.
don't want me
I
to
don't have Disney Plus, but you can be
talk
damn
about
sure
that.
I'm about to get it
They
now.
don't want
I
me to
almost
talk
got
about
that
how
shit.
Disney
I
got a
almost
bitch
got it to
running
watch
around
Star
here.
Wars. Not
So
now.
I
No,
hope
never.
y'all can hear me. I hope y'all can hear me.
Yeah, we can hear you. We can hear you. Yo, yo, damn, man, shit. Let's see. Y'all words are too strong. VZ and OG, my warrior brothers, Disney trash. I'm so tired of the politically correct alphabet
Hey,
nonsense. Me too. Yeah, bro. I heard that.
Ed, can you? I can't even hear Ed now.
You can't hear me? No? Damn. You can't hear me? I can't hear you.
Let me remove myself from the stream.
All right. But white men can wear dresses and claim to be women. Yeah, they sure can. Just ask Gen Z. Which generation? Which one is that? Which one is that? I think I'm a millennial. I think. I'm not sure. Damn, man. Every time I go live with VZ, you struck a nerve with them. Yeah, you did. You talk about that gay shit, they'll cut you off quick. The only every time I think I've gotten my content removed is because I think it was because so this is what happened to me recently. I got one thing taken down on my channel because I think because I was talking about Joe Rogan and I was talking about Ukraine, but I think it was because I said all white people are racist and they called it hate speech. So then what I did was in my next video, I pulled out the white fragility book, put it on a thing, and I was like, so this book is about how all white people are racist, and the author is white, and it's a New York Times bestseller, and that video is still up. So as long as they know every time I say all white people is racist, I'm paraphrasing Robin DiAngelo because she said it.
You tell them how YouTube fucking with your shit.
Yeah, they took. Yeah, I was pissed. I didn't drop.
You tell them how YouTube fucking with you too.
I didn't drop it. I didn't drop shit for like a week and a half because it kills me that, like, you know what I'm saying? You can go and on my videos or like my older shit or listen to some lyrics. You know what I'm saying? All the shit I talk about, like, nigga, I'm from the street. So like you hear my music, right? All that shit I talk about on there, but then I get to talk about like regular real life shit, current events, Ukraine, Joe Rogan. I'm talking about how a white man used the N-word in a video. You see what I'm saying? And he's the one who said it, but my video gets taken down.
And somehow
he's talking about me. He's talking about people who look like me.
Hate speech. Yeah,
but that's hate speech for me. You did to talk about how a white man is literally using hate speech. It's crazy. It's crazy. That shit it's definitely demotivating, but it's also, you know what I'm saying? Like you told me, VZ, it's like that's how you know what you're saying is real and they actively blocking you. You know what I'm saying? Because my shit ain't even monetized. My channel is not even monetized. So I'm surprised that they paying attention to my shit like that. But I guess I made it on their list early. I must have made it on their list early because I only been making music for 3 years. So I made that list quick, I guess.
The thing is this, I've noticed this. People who do music, they watch your content. They watch your content, your music, so they know where to send it and where to push it. And like I said, your music has a message to a certain brand of people. And those brand of people, when motivated, do shit. You cannot be heard by those people. They have to do whatever they can to make sure you are not heard by these people. Cause shit like that changes things. Look, when you think about the movie Malcolm X, right? I know you seen the Spike Lee Malcolm X movie before, right?
Mm-hmm. I seen. Think
about every time the song "A Change Is Gonna comes on, and the feeling I get personally when I hear that song. I think of Malcolm X. I think of that time, not just because the words put you in that time, but because that song became like a soundtrack for the movement. You see what I'm saying? That
Yeah.
song became a soundtrack for the movement. And Sam Cooke was such an inspirational brother and an influential brother that they had to kill him, eh? So what I want you to understand about music and using it the way you using it, weaponizing music as a learning tool, they have always been against that, bro. Since slavery, when they took our drums, in slavery, because we were weaponizing music as a learning tool. They learned then we can weaponize music. We can use music. So just what George Clinton say on P-Funk, music not only moves, it can remove. It can heal you. And one of the ways to heal our affliction is when we hear words of upliftment and encouragement from people that we look to who have amazing talent. So yeah, when you had told me that, I said, oh, now you reaching the big league. Remember when you told me, I said, don't let it stress you, bro. Now you reaching the big leagues. You like, damn, I ain't got that many subs. You know, the first strike I got, a lot of these people in here can tell you, when my old channel was coming up, I got a strike at 119 subs. I wasn't getting more than like 80 views.
Damn, you're right.
And I'm like, the fuck am I getting a strike? How they even notice my channel? I was
that's what I feel like nigga, how you paying attention to me? Like, you know what I'm saying? Let me grow first. At least.
And what it was, but look, this is what I noticed. The whole time while I was on suspension, all of a sudden my channel started growing. I started laughing. I said, damn, I done went from 119 to 300 subs. People was looking at the videos I did that was still up, clowning this white boy, because that's what did it. I was going after this white boy. And as long as I was trolling these coons, I wouldn't get no strikes, E. Man, I started going at this white boy. I was lighting this white boy up. Man, they was giving me strikes like motherfucker. I was like Mark McGuire on the strikes I was getting.
Wait, hold on. Say that again. So when you went after the coons, they was cool. But if you went after white boys, it was a strike.
It was a strike. Look, I was on the coon's head. I was on the coon bumper. This nigga sent me, if you don't stop making videos, I'm going to report you to the FBI. He sent me an email saying that. I started laughing. Man, the white boy snitched to the YouTube police. And then my shit I did a video about that white boy, man. That white boy got my video taken down. So, yeah. If you really think about it, look, a lot of the trouble that happened with my channel, when I get age restricted, I did a video, right, about Leah Thomas, the white dude, what's his name? Charlie Thomas, whatever his name is. The white dude that just grew his hair long and started out swimming the women, right? Then I did a video about a black dude who was trying to race against the black girls. So I was like, well, why is the white one a hero and why ain't the black one a hero? The white one, they trying to make a hero. The black guy, shit, they saying he can't even run in some races, right? So I said, see, they're going to change the rules if too many black men try to act like women and outrace them. So I look at my shit, I get an age restriction on the white one, but I did the exact same thing with a black one, and I ain't getting no age restriction.
That's crazy. They really have, like, I knew they had people who watch everything, but I thought you had to meet like a certain threshold for that to kick in. So they, from the beginning, what you telling me, because that's like where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? They
Yep.
watch that shit, and
They,
if I'm talking about another black person, good or bad, you know what I'm saying? If it's bad, they'll allow that. But if it's a white person or a lot of white people like Ukraine, they not going.
they ain't going for it. Look, you got thin ice with what you're saying. You got to
Yeah.
tread on thin ice with what you're saying. You got to watch how you say what you say.
Well, here's the other thing I did notice though. I can say something in a song and I have a lot more. I haven't actually had any. I've never, even on like Twitter and all that shit, I've never had a song like post taken down because of the lyrics. I'd be saying the same shit in certain songs. You know what I'm saying? But if I just do this type of format where I'm speaking to the camera with, you know, no music, etc., they'll take that shit down.
Exactly. Because again, that's what I said about shadow banning your channel. They can't really stop your music. Music is an artistic form that you could say this is imagination, this is this, this is that. So it's hard to confine music to hate speech, no matter what you saying. You see what I'm saying? It's hard to just confine me. Oh, this is hate speech. Not unless you just coming out, you know what I'm saying? And even then, they look at it depending on who's saying
it. Yeah.
So what they do with that, instead of since they can't take it down, what they do is, I think they screen content. They screen certain lyrics and go, oh fuck no. Fuck no. That, like, I sent you, I know I sent you back a while back ago, my man Paris out of San Francisco, Gorilla Funk.
I remember.
And, yeah, I sent you that video. Now, keep in mind, Paris is from when I was a teenager, bro, rapping like that.
Right.
Paris was gone. One day, I'm sitting, rolling up a J and shit. And matter of fact, no bullshit. This is no cap. I had just stumbled on your video, right? And I'm man, that's all cool, man. I gotta go and check this brother out. So I'm rolling up some weed, great, listen to your song again. And what happened, one of the impromptu commercials came on. And it was a new Paris song. And I was like, hold up. I was like, hold on. Paris got a new song? I mean, he talked about George Floyd. He was talking about the shit during the pandemic hit. I mean, he was getting into it, and the song was funky. And I was like, well, why the fuck couldn't I say anytime I type his name up, none of his recent music comes up. I'm like, oh, yeah. Bro, you in that, motherfuckers gotta know who you are to look for you as far as YouTube is concerned. That's how they're gonna play it with you.
That makes sense.
That's why your ass is on here.
No, that do make sense, because for example, I got 2 songs with Boosie, right? One of them, you know, that White Moms, right? That was my first one. I can't pay people to watch that shit. I have to run ads on that shit to get any type of views, and even then, it's like not worth it at all. But then I got another song with him called 10, which is more like a club. Like we literally in the club. You see what I'm saying? And it's more, you know, like you could dance.
Yes, I listen to that too, right? Because that joke comes on. Me and Barry be listening to me and my son listen to that.
But check it. That one, I didn't run ads on it at all. And that one's only like a few months old. The White Moms, that's like a year or two old now, right? That one, the 10, that's at like, I don't know, 20K or something. And I didn't do nothing to it. All by itself, it just did that. You see what I'm saying? I just put it out. It did that. White Moms, I like run ads and stuff, spend all this money and get like 1,000. You see what I'm saying? And then nothing else, because they did not like that shit. They did not like that shit.
No, and they wasn't going to promote it the way that they wanted you to promote it, man. Because look, everything on White Moms is totally laced. I jam that joint when I ride in my garage coming to work early morning. Like seriously, you already it'll come on like as soon as I'm turning off the edit, coming for you crackers. I'm like, yeah, I'm coming in. Y'all know what's going on. Y'all know what's going on. But and my a buddy of mine, they said, man, that John rock, man. And he was spitting some real shit. These my buddies saying this shit. And some of my youngins saying, like, oh, who your man, man? I said, that's my brother Ed. He out Minnesota. Man, that John rock, Joe. I said, yeah, right? I said, but they won't. He was like, man, these motherfuckers. He was like, a lot of people out here just fluke, man. I said, nah, it ain't people fluke. If people heard the song and when they hear Boosie and hear him, they'll listen. But they got to be put in a position to listen. Right now, you got to fight against the mindless dribble music. You know what I'm saying? We're in a time now where George Bush shit worked. George Bush was trying to dumb us down with No Child Left Behind in 2000. It's 22 years later, Ed. Them kids are 26, 28, 32, 30. You know, if he was 16, that motherfucker 38 now. I want you to think about that. When George Bush was president, No Child Left Behind, they just passing dumb motherfuckers, letting people just be dumb. That was 2000. That was 22 years ago. That was never scaled back. It was nothing ever done to reverse what they did when they did that. So you had a group of kids for 8 years who was learning bullshit, and it was okay. So when somebody comes with substance and come up with something that's really important, they don't know the difference, bro. They don't know the difference. That's really what it boils down to. It boils down to we're in a society now where you have to actually hunt. You just said it earlier. In your real life, it wasn't until recently you could talk to people who was like, oh yeah, we know where you coming from. That's how we feel.
Yeah. I mean, there's a select few places, you know, you go up to the masjid or you got, if you get a hold of the right barber, you know what I'm saying? But
right.
not a lot of people, not like a lot of people. You'll be in that right barber shop. I'll be talking to my barber, but it's me and him. You see what I'm saying? It could be 10 other people in the barber shop and they just looking at us like we preaching. You see what I'm saying? But
exactly.
I mean, that's partially just the way it is in Minnesota too. So
nah, that honestly, that's how it is worldwide. You come to a big city like here, you're going to find a lot of like-minded brothers like me. But you're going to find a lot of brothers that's, you know, victimized by stupidity. That's just what I call it. You know, I don't blame a motherfucker for being stupid. I blame a nigga for being dumb. When you know better and you still do it, that's dumb. Stupid, your ass just don't know. You just don't fucking know and you never learn. So you stupid, you ignorant to all of that shit. And sometimes I can't. Dr. Wilson did that to me. She told me I can't blame another motherfucker for not being as advanced at this shit as we are. The only thing I can do is try to help them along. And as long as it don't slow me down, it's okay. See what I'm saying? Long as ain't nothing wrong with helping a brother along as long as it don't slow what you doing down. Right. If you got it, look, if your house on fire, right? Your apartment or you in an apartment building, the apartment on fire, you and your son done got out. And this motherfucker in there screaming help. And you know you got time to get him. You going back and get him, but this motherfucker's pulling. I don't want to go. I'm so scared to run through the fire. You gonna stay there and burn up with him? Or you gonna leave this motherfucker like, well, then I can't help
you? Right.
Because that's where we at right now, bro. That's what I try to get people to understand. When niggas be like, man, I'm only short with you because we so late in the game. The house coming down around us. Niggas dying from smoke inhalation all around us. And you want me to sit here and drag your big heavy ass out of this burning building? No, nigga. You ain't gonna make it.
That's facts. Shit. A lot of people ain't gonna make it.
Right. And my dad, shouts out to my dad. That's where I get that from. He is the one that's made me content with the fact that all of us cannot make it. Like you said, all of us can't make it. So my concern is with the ones.
Damn, man. You went out, bro. We still can't hear you, bro.
No bull. For the first time, I actually saw me go out. I saw it. I said, "Damn, they just did it again." But like I said, I was saying, we need to God damn it, see they fucking with me again, making sure fucking with me again.
Train of thought.
Yeah, fuck with my though. But yeah, man, we have to concern ourselves with people who are right behind us or right next to us. We don't got no time. It's too late in the game with all this debris falling around us for us to be worried about other people. We can only help each other. So that's why I worry about you, the people in this motherfucker chat. I worry about the Lisa Cabrera, Torian Rain chat, people like that who are of like mind. You know what I'm saying? Where, people who know what it takes to get it done, or at least know the right direction to go to figure out what to do next. Because I ain't saying I got all the answers. What I'm saying is, though, I will do something. I'll figure out a way to do something. Even if it's call a whole bunch of people and get on their nerves and heckle them. Even if it's that, even if it's burning up so many phone lines to the point where they sick of me. Even if it's that. But you got to do something. You got to do something. Right. And that's what I want. That's what I want our people to focus more on. Don't worry about the motherfuckers that ain't doing nothing. Because like you said, all of us ain't going to make it. And like I was saying, I thank my dad for being content knowing all of us are not going to make it. I can only concern myself with the people who look like they about to make it.
Absolutely. So I've always felt that way just with music too, like, because I don't think it's right and I don't think this is good for us, but it is the way it is. Most of our mega influential, mega powerful, mega rich people are actresses, actors, comedians, ball players, shit like that, rappers, singers. But that comes in my mind with responsibility. You feel me? And it's unique to us because we are so unique. There is nobody else like us on this planet, certainly not in this country. At the very least, you can say there's no one else like us in even a similar situation in this country. And so when you're white, and whether you started with a bunch of shit or you just whited your way up the ladder and now you have a bunch of shit, it doesn't matter. You don't owe anyone because you interact freely in the world. You are truly free to be born white, whether you're a poor white or you're not, is to be born free, truly free. True. At least in this country, right? Maybe not in Ukraine where they're getting fucked up.
Yeah.
But right here, it means you're free. For us, it's not that same way. So for any one of us that is fortunate enough, either through their own talent or just because of proximity, however the fuck they got there. You get all that money and fame and power and stuff like that. You gotta at least make the attempt, right? I'm gonna do what I can for my people, and that
I was
doesn't
about to say,
say all the people. It means that I'm gonna put it out there. You see what I'm saying? I'm gonna put it
right,
out. I'm gonna put the fist up. Whoever wants to come over here, you know what I'm saying, and reap the benefits, it's gonna be that way.
because yes,
Responsibility, and unfortunately, I feel that what's most often the case is those among us who are of that mind to actually do that, right, are the ones who end up with the least amount of power and resources. The last person I can think of who was really of that mind didn't have the resources and lost his life because of it, right? A Malcolm X.
basically.
Like if Jay-Z, for example, and he's not the only one, if Oprah, if whoever was of that mind, that rare mind, you feel me? As
Hell
a
yeah.
whole, as a people, we'd be somewhere else right now. One person can make that difference if it's the right person. If it's the person who has all the money. In this day and age, that's really all it takes. If you got enough dough and you're of that mind, you're a monster. But it seems that all of our people who get to the top, man, I don't know if they had to suck a white man's dick to get there or what, but they're not of that mind. And so they're not
Exactly.
going to use that power on our behalf. You feel me?
Yes, I do. I'm totally in accord. What I was going to piggyback and go with you on that is another thing, like you saying to your freedom point, white people are not community obligated. When you make it, whatever you do does not reflect your community. Whereas one black person makes it, that's a reflection of our whole community. I mean, because how many times have you heard a regular poor black person talking to a white person who is a regular white person, but because he's white, he clearly has more, but goes, I'm not rich. I don't have this. Oh, well, motherfucker, but you got more than me.
Right. Yeah.
I work with it. I work for it. Oh, and I didn't work for what the half of the shit that I got. Is that what you say? And I work twice as hard. And then they go, well, what about Oprah? What about Michael Jordan? Hold on. So the rest of us shouldn't be poor because Michael Jordan is rich.
Right.
The rest of us shouldn't be poor because Oprah is rich. So you saying y'all not white supremacists because we can name 2 black people whose whole primary economic resources came from entertaining white people. That's how they got rich.
If you're going to point at the most successful among us and just use that as the benchmark, then it's like, okay, Cracker, how come you ain't Jeff Bezos? You feel me? You just a regular millionaire. How come you ain't Jeff Bezos then?
Yeah. Why ain't you Steve Jobs?
Because that doesn't make any sense.
Right. But we're the only people that are community obligated like that because we're in a system of white supremacy. We have to be together like that. If we don't, we become who? Michael Jackson, O.J. Simpson,
right?
Bill Cosby.
Yeah.
What's great happened to Will Smith. When you not insulated through your own community and you start making your primary resources the dominant society, you will forever be a dancer and an entertainer. You will never be in a position of power to dictate to them. All the money Oprah got as a billionaire, she can't dictate to nobody. All the money Jay-Z got, he's still cutting the jig with the NFL. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? No, Ed? All the money, him and his wife got all the money in the world. He cutting the jig for the NFL. All the money Kanye West had, that nigga sitting there at the table with Trump calling him daddy. You see what I'm saying?
No, I do. And that is why, like, with what I do with my music, I target black people. I'm talking to black people. If I have
Right.
white fans, which actually I have way more white fans than black fans, and I know that because you know how you can see who watches your stories.
Yeah.
It's 90% white people. That's the
Yeah.
way it is. That's fine. You know what I'm saying? It's not like I don't want them to, enjoy my shit, but I'm not talking to them. You feel me? I'm
Yeah.
talking to black people. Um,
And that's real quick. That's what I love about you, bro. I remember a dude who looked just like this dude on the left right now when I was a lot younger, and I did one of my first demos. I let you hear. I let you hear one of my first demos, and this white girl was like, "Wow, you're really talented," but you know. And I did one song called "That's Yeah," which was a party bullshit song. I hated that fucking song. I wrote the song Ed to Lil Flip David Banner like a pimp. I was just bullshitting high. And I wrote the song just playing. But the song was catchy. The beat was hot that my cuz put together. But it wasn't what I wanted you to know me for. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want you
yeah,
to know, oh,
I
that's
do. I
yeah,
do because
right.
I told you at the beginning I'm putting all these shows together, and what am I doing? I'm making some shit I don't want to fucking do, and everyone fucking loves it, and like I can't even memorize my words because you know what I'm saying. I'm doing it because I need to start the platform, but I'd much rather do
Exactly.
this song over here, but that song over there people can't dance to. So
Exactly.
I know
So
exactly what you're talking about.
exactly. So the white girl is telling me how white people are with listening to music.
Mm-hmm.
Because at the time, a buddy of mine was dating this white girl, and I was getting on to him about that. But anyway, so she telling me about music, and I said, "Look, I know I've been real harsh this whole trip because we was on a trip, going to a trip to North Carolina. I was driving. I said, I know I've been harsh to you this whole trip, but let me go and say this in no uncertain word. I don't give a fuck what white people think about my music. If you like it, you like it, that's cool. But I'm not talking to you. The people that I'm talking to, I don't care if it's 10 of them. If they like it, I feel like I did a good job. If I had 10 black people who went, yeah, I'm trying to tell you, Ed, the battling I had when I got in the car with my dad after I left the studio because I was using his car. I had to pick him up from work. So I go get him from work. And he like, man, yeah, what's going on, man? What you do all day? I said, man, I went over to Jamil's house and recorded this demo. He said, oh, for real? Let me hear it. And I put the song in. It was American Dream. And he heard me. And when he heard it, he looked at me and said, my son. That's what I'm talking about. My son and his cousin. That's the type of music we need, son. Good job, son. After that, I'm validated. You can't tell me shit just to hear one of the staunchest critics who is a hip hop fan tell me this is hip hop. This is what we supposed to be doing with the music. Just to hear him say that, that's enough for me. Fuck everybody else. And that's what I said I love about you. The music supposed to be about, for the artist, the music is always supposed to be about the message, not about the fucking fame. Yes, of course, we want them to enjoy our music. And if it's a certain song you like, I'm going to do it. But understand that I write certain songs with different meanings and and let me speak for Ed, y'all. Certain songs are not like kids. You know, you can't have a favorite kid, but you can have a favorite one of your own song. Where you like, this more me. This is what I like to do. And then the other shit is, this is what I can do.
There you go. Yeah. Am I making, is this all right? We in the studio. My producer name is Perez. Are we making it? Is this Are we making this song to make some money? You know what I'm saying? Are we making a song for other people to like it, or are we gonna say what I want to say?
Exactly.
But we find ways to do both though, because it's more what like for instance, I had to make all new songs because I don't go to clubs. I don't enjoy clubs. But we about to take over the clubs because that's the only place we can do our shows.
You can do the show.
We had to make it was more about making the beats sound different. And then it's like you just dumb down the hook, and then I still I talk all my shit in the verses, because in the verses no one pays attention to that shit. Not in that setting. You say everything you want to say. That's how I sneak it in there like that. But no matter what you do, and this is hard in general, but trust me, it's extra hard in Minnesota. If you can make all your money in whatever you're doing, or most of it, doing business with your own people, you don't really need to fuck with white people. You can if you want to, but you don't need to. You see what I'm saying? So like, this is why I be talking to at the barbershop with my barber, when my barbershop is a Crip barbershop, okay? So when all the homies in there, you see what I'm saying? It's like, no, stop telling me about this. Selling drugs ain't the problem. The problem is you niggas out here selling drugs to other black people. So if you want to sell drugs, go to the suburbs.
Right.
Give them crackers what they want. No one said don't sell drugs. You ain't gonna hear that from me. You ain't gonna hear that from any of us. We gonna say who you selling them to.
Yes,
who you selling them to. You know what I'm saying? That's what we gonna ask. Not don't do it. Do whatever the fuck you want to do. You know, if you robbing, I don't think you should be doing that. But if you're gonna do it anyway, why the fuck are you doing it to people that look like you? You feel me? That's the problem. And Nipsey Hussle said the same thing. You know, you watch those videos before he passed, and he's like, it's different. Cali politics are way different, but it's like you'll go out about your day to day and you'll skip the person that doesn't look like you, that's a different race. You'll skip the person that's dressed like a square and got Dockers on with work shoes on. But then as soon as you find someone who's even halfway resembles yourself, you see what I'm saying? That's who you jump on.
Hey,
that's the problem. That's the problem. You can gangbang if you want, but why not just, like do it to the white people or something? You know what I'm saying? Like, why are you banging on him? He looks just like you.
White folks can't come through your neighborhood.
Yeah, like it's not.
You ain't got, look, I ain't saying let no rivals come through your neighborhood and take you for bad. What I'm saying is when they riding through, if they ain't on no bullshit, you don't be on no bullshit. But be on more guard when that white man come through. Because when that suit and tie come in your neighborhood, it's really over. It's really over. Yeah. You think the niggas coming through and them motherfucking buckets blowing at you is the end. Nah, you might survive that. You not surviving that white man with that briefcase. You're not surviving it. Your neighborhood is gone. That white man with that.
You know what I'm saying? Ray caught a body, but that white man just like took out the whole block. You see what I'm saying?
Took the whole block out.
Closed on everybody. Like the whole block is gone. Like
right. Thank you. The neighborhood ain't the neighborhood no more. Niggas get out of jail, try to go back to their old neighborhood, and it's a motherfucker Whole Foods now.
Shout out to Whole Foods, man.
Yeah, your whole neighbor. Shout out to Whole Foods. I like
organic that place, man.
I love the Whole Foods just like anybody else did, but niggas live there.
Right.
Yeah, y'all niggas. Yeah, you right.
If y'all from Minnesota, that's Rondo. Y'all, that's literally that's what happened. It's the Whole Foods right there on Selby, but they literally.
Nah, hey, in DC, it's a Whole Foods where right across from fucking God damn it, off of Pennsylvania Avenue, man. And that used to be a known project. Now that motherfucker is like the last of the Mohicans left. All the houses gone, and where the houses used to be at, it's a Whole Foods, a Subway, and new apartments that went up. There's $2,000 for a 1-bedroom.
That sound about right. In St. Paul, they gentrifying St. Paul itself. You see what I'm saying? And making all the black people is now like they starting to live like far off in the suburbs, like far, like an hour away.
Mm-hmm.
They're putting all those luxury type apartments, new stadium, new freeway,
Yep.
7 Caribou coffees, a Jamba Juice, you know what I'm saying? A Byerly's, all of that, you know what I'm saying? So
you said a Jamba Juice? That's it right there.
They got that Jamba Juice, man.
Shouts out to St. Paul. I love y'all, man. But man, y'all in trouble when the Jamba Juice show up, nigga.
Man, they put a stadium, they put a soccer stadium right in the middle of the hood, right in the middle of Midway, and now they gentrifying the whole area.
Hey, where I grew up at in Southwest, it's a soccer stadium now, right?
Nigga, who plays soccer? We're FBAs, nigga. We ain't
man.
Nigga, we don't need a soccer team.
Going to this joint.
Niggas don't need a soccer team, dog.
I said, who the fuck is going here?
That's the brown homies, man. That's the Mexicans. Shout out the Mexicans. They got niggas putting in soccer fields, man.
They got motherfucking shit. They said we roll with DeSantis.
Shit.
we gotta pay attention to shit, man. Like you said, the problem ain't so you be preaching to the choir about the selling drugs thing. Cause niggas ask me, nigga, how you get started in the game? I said, nigga, I was 16. I found a connect from New York. Everybody was selling weed to each other, right? I was like, man, we in school. Niggas was getting suspended for selling weed and smoking weed. Shit, I was like, that everybody getting in trouble. So I walk out lunch period, right? Nobody normally watching you lunch period. It was out of the 3,000 kids in my school, Ed, it was only 30 white kids. And they would hang out. Yeah, that's we never really, what? I never even, I ain't see white kids till like high school, Ed. But so the 30 white kids would hang out.
I can't even fathom that. Like I can't even imagine that shit.
I'm trying to tell you, hey, you just be another light-skinned nigga. It would have fucked us up that your mother was white. Seriously, we were like, damn, we just thought you was light-skinned. Because that's all we went to school with was each other.
So nigga, it's the opposite. This is crazy.
I know. So look, it's 30 niggas. It's just 30 white people, Ed.
Yeah.
Because school full of black people. These white kids scared as shit. They would stick together though. So all 30 of them would smoke cigarettes. Underneath the platform, we would have these steps in our cafeteria that leads to the outside where the track is, and you could stand outside for recess. They would stand under the steps platform, smoking cigarettes. Like, and I mean, you would open up the door of cigarette smoke, and it's a bunch of kids under there smoking cigarettes during school hours, and nobody would say nothing to them. Not none of the teachers, the administrators, not the security. Now, if these black security guards caught us, we getting in trouble. They called our parent. They wouldn't do nothing to these white people, right? So I'm coming down the steps and I see them under the steps. Now I got like 10 dime bags of weed in my pocket, right? I'm like, man, anybody over here want some weed? Now I used to date this girl named Treva Miles. She knew all the white kids because she was from Columbia, Maryland. And she grew up in a setting where it was mostly white kids. So she was comfortable around them. She knew all the white kids, and we didn't know none of them. So they were like, that's LeVar Treva's girl, old boyfriend. It was like, hey, man, you got some weed? I said, yeah. So I sell 2 dimes. They're like, man, this looks good. Hey, so they go talk to the other one. Ed, these motherfuckers bought me out, right, at lunchtime and started telling me every day, bring $100 worth of weed to school. Every day I bring at least $100. Seriously, I'm 16 years old. I wouldn't say it was nobody but white kid.
That's how you supposed to do it. Like they don't like. I don't know. I think like when you mutated that long, bro, maybe you just don't have a soul no more. Because like, you know how the Sacklers did, they didn't care. They killed everybody. They was like, fuck it, we gonna sell to our own people, we gonna kill our own people. But in general, usually you poison other people's people, you don't poison your own people.
Don't
See what I'm
poison
saying?
y'all.
The Feds gave us the crack, you know what I'm saying? They didn't give it to other white people, they gave it to us. So like, it ain't really that deep. It's like, I'm not, you know what I'm saying? I'm not one of those people that's like, just, drugs are bad, so you selling drugs. No, it's deeper than that. Why do you think people are selling drugs? If you're gonna
Right.
sell drugs, okay, cool, sell drugs. But you know what? Go sell to white people, because
Yeah.
they ain't gonna make more money. And guess what? White people don't go to jail. So if your
Nope.
customers ain't getting caught, you ain't gonna get caught. You feel
Yep.
me?
I'm about to say 9 times out of 10.
White people. Plus, then guess what? You know what I'm saying? You know, the niggas around the corner ain't trying to kill you because they don't see. You know what I'm saying? Because that
You're
you ain't
not
like
stepping
those type
on
of
no
issues.
toes. Yep,
So
you're
like,
not stepping on no toes. That's what they used to love about me at school, Ed. They was like, this nigga be rocking out. And for real, all the motherfucking hustlers in school went, Va, we ain't even know. My nigga gave me 5. I swear, I ain't even finished the story, Ed. Every day after I was selling weed, do you know them niggas would go rob them of the weed I sold them?
see, that's how they must be different down there. Up here, niggas ain't that sophisticated, bro. That would never happen up here. Motherfuckers,
Hey,
they won't put
hey,
it together.
right, hey, this how niggas is here. This is how funny the shit is, Ed.
Oh shit.
They waited for me to sell. And I noticed they was tapping each other like, look at LeVar getting that money. So I'm like, oh, I'm gonna have to fuck somebody up. But when I step off, they say, boy, that's some hustler shit. Boy, gave me 5. Couple of niggas gave me like a pound and a hug. It was like, all right. I said, man, I'm going home. I made my money for the day. I'm going home. I see y'all tomorrow. They start laughing. And I look over my shoulder, next thing they said, man, what the fuck you got? Man, give me that shit. And they start roughing it every day. They will rob. They say, man, yeah, they gonna need to give you money every day because we gonna rob them every day.
Oh, that's funny. That's funny as shit. Damn, man, that's funny as shit.
Hell yeah, bro. But shit, man. But Brody, fuck, let's get ready to wrap this shit up, man. Hey, y'all get ready. Y'all go, everybody, OGEDD, start. You see it right there. I get tired of y'all niggas telling me, hey, I need a link. It's 100 OG stock. No, it ain't. It's one.
One. Oh, with my camera, it's one.
Stock. It's only one. Anytime I try to type his name up, his face show up. You see his face.
Hey,
you hear his voice. Go check out his music. Check out White Moms, man. That is my motherfucking jam.
Yes, when in doubt, go to my website because that's where you're gonna find all the links, the Twitter, the you know what I'm saying, the YouTube, every little social media that I'm on. That's where you're gonna find it. It's simple. OGEdStark.com. Go there right now. Shit.
I'll go there.
Shit. Check it out.
And y'all make sure y'all jam that White Moms going into work tomorrow. If you're gonna be like LVZ, you jam that going to work. All the Pepperwoods, man.
Oh, my mama, shit.
Nigga, listen, you gonna have some white guys that's jamming to it now. They ain't gonna listen to none of the words.
No. Here's the crazy thing. Like I told you, I got white boys that fuck with me up here.
I know
like that shit. I got white boys that literally be like, oh, yeah, I know, but this shit is dope. Like white boys fuck with my music though. Don't get it twisted. Like,
oh no, I don't, because I'm gonna leave you with this last jewel. Everybody remember, Russell Simmons did not discover Public Enemy. It was Rick Rubin, the white guy. It was not Russell Simmons that discovered the Farrakhan loving black rappers. It was the white Jewish guy who discovered and not only discovered and vouched for the militant Farrakhan loving pro-black group. So
that's Oh, my
Just,
mama. Shit.
just keep that in y'all mind, man. But
Yeah.
and go on and enjoy the rest of the day, man. Thank you for chopping it up. You know we gotta do it again next week. You know, me and
Yeah.
you'll be talking through the week to figure out what it'll be. So y'all be ready for the next brother to brother, me and Ed next Wednesday. Y'all know what we do, man.
All
Much
right.
love to
Appreciate
y'all,
y'all.
man.
Appreciate you, VZ. Peace.
Good day, my brother. Peace. Ed, stop. Make sure y'all subscribe. LVZ. One love.